for COVID-19 vaccines, we have to take a look at their efficacy rate. Okay, so efficacy rate is actually how effective the vaccine is in terms of fighting or preventing the virus. Okay, and then we also have delivery and logistics. So that means how easy or difficult it is to transport the vaccine, because you have to really take care of it because they're fragile, right? And then we also have to take a look at their price. Okay, so when we take a look at the COVID-19 vaccines, we take a look at their quality, which is the efficacy rate and the compliance to rules that they followed the right steps in creating the vaccine to make sure that it's safe. Okay, and then we also take a look at the delivery and logistics. So we have to choose the one that's easiest to transport and to facilitate. And after that, so we've seen the quality, the delivery. After that, we take a look at the price. Okay, so that's how we should be evaluating when we are buying products, especially ticket items. Okay, so let's compare the performance of different vaccines. So let me show you this one. Okay, so we have three vaccines here, no? We have the Pfizer vaccine, we have the AstraZeneca vaccine, and we have the Sinovac vaccine. Have you heard of these vaccines before, Eric?
I've only heard of Pfizer, but the rest
Okay, so you've only heard of Pfizer. So first, I'd like to show you the efficacy rate or the effectiveness, right? So the efficacy rate of Pfizer is 95%. Is that high or is that low?
It's high, but there's a small chance that it might not work.
Yes, a very small chance, 5%, because vaccines are actually not 100% effective, right? So it's not perfect. So 95%. How about AstraZeneca?
It's 90%.
It's 90%. Yeah, so which one is better in terms of this?
Pfizer has a better chance of working.
Yes, so Pfizer has a better chance of working. How about Sinovac?
Sinovac has a 50% or lower.
Or higher. This is greater than.
What did you say? You cut out.
It's greater than, so it's greater than 50%.
Oh, I thought it was less than.
Yeah. So if you compare these three, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Sinovac, which has the least efficacy rate?
Sinovac.
Yes, Sinovac. So if let's pretend that mommy has not yet been vaccinated, which one would you like for mommy to have?
The Pfizer.
The Pfizer one, right? Because it is 95% efficacy rate. For you, how about you? What do you want to be injected to you if you're going to get the vaccine?
I would want Pfizer as well.
You also would want the Pfizer. Of course, we want to have the highest quality, right? So, but of course, when we buy things, we don't just take a look at quality. We have to take a look at quality, delivery, and then the price. So this is quality standard, and then we're also going to take a look at another quality standard, which is compliance. So compliance for vaccines, Eric, is very, very important because we have to make sure that the vaccines are manufactured following rigid clinical trials and transparent reviews, okay? That means that when I'm the one making the vaccine, I can show the data to a lot of people to check whether what I'm doing is really correct or accurate, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah. You understood that. Okay. So for Pfizer, what we found out so far is that it is transparent in terms of its studies and its manufacturing. Okay. For AstraZeneca, It's
Transparent.
also, yes, it's also transparent. How about for Sinovac?
Less than transparent.
Yeah, it's less transparent. So if you take a look at this, which vaccines would you go for?
Wait, I have a question. What is
Yes,
the
go ahead.
transparent? Yeah. What does transparent mean?
Transparent. Yeah, transparent means that I'm willingly and voluntarily giving information as to how I manufacture the vaccine and as to how I conducted the clinical trials, so that we are sure that what I'm doing is correct.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
choose Pfizer or AstraZeneca.
Yes, so you could go either Pfizer or AstraZeneca. Yay, very good. Okay. Now, in terms of delivery, okay, this now it complicates some things a bit, no? For Pfizer, it needs to be stored in minus 70 degrees Celsius. So maybe that's, I don't know, in Fahrenheit. Can you convert it? Because
I
I
know
forgot.
that's freezing, but I don't know.
Yes, it's below freezing, right? And because of that, there has to be a special refrigeration facility and logistics that needs to be in place to bring the vaccine from the laboratory going to the people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then for AstraZeneca, it's 2 degrees, no? 2 degrees centigrade to 8 degrees centigrade. So it only needs normal refrigeration. Okay. And for Sinovac, it's also 2 degrees to 8 degrees centigrade and would also need normal refrigeration. So if we only, okay, Eric, if we only take a look at the delivery and logistics side, which vaccine would you choose?
AstraZeneca or Sinovac?
Yes, correct. So it's AstraZeneca and Sinovac. So here, now you have like a bit of a dilemma already, right? We've learned a while ago that Pfizer is very good in terms of efficacy and compliance, but it has a challenge in terms of logistics. While for AstraZeneca, it's 5% below the efficacy rate of Pfizer, but it's easier to transport. While for Sinovac, it's far from being effective compared to Pfizer and AstraZeneca, but it's also easy to transport. So now, when you take a look at it, it becomes more complicated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to teach you how to analyze that later. So now, go to the last part, which is the price. Pfizer is sold here, or will be sold here in the Philippines at 2,379 pesos. For AstraZeneca, how much?
610 pesos.
Yes. For Sinovac?
Wait, it's loading. 3,629 pesos.
Yes. So based on the price alone, which one are you going to choose?
AstraZeneca.
Yes, very good, AstraZeneca. Okay. So if we take a look at these vaccines, we're now going to compare these vaccines, Eric. So Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Sinovac. So put all of the things that we did a while ago. So for efficacy, this is the result. Who is the winner for efficacy?
Pfizer.
Pfizer. And for compliance?
Pfizer and AstraZeneca.
Yes. And then for delivery?
Wait, no. AstraZeneca and Sinovac.
Yes. And then for price?
AstraZeneca.
Okay, so we've taken a look at it this way, no? That's one way of analyzing it. Now we can also take a look at this way, no? For AstraZeneca, for Pfizer, and for Sinovac. So putting all of this together, Eric, no, which one do you think will you get value for money, where you will still get a good efficacy rate and easy transportation and mura? Which one?
AstraZeneca.
Yay! Oh my God, you are so talino. Congratulations. So correct. It's really the AstraZeneca because although it's only 5% below the efficacy rate of Pfizer, it's easier to transport and they're transparent. They've complied with the regulations. And just take a look at the price. It's the price is huge. The price difference is huge, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, here is the controversial part, Eric. I'd like to show you a controversial part with this one, okay? So, we said that AstraZeneca is the best here, no? Based on quality, delivery, and price. But guess what? From that, which one is the worst?
Sinovac.
Sinovac. Why?
It costs a lot, and the efficacy rate is not very high.
Yeah. Right. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud that you're able to analyze this. Now, Eric, if you take a look at that, this is what the Philippine government decided. Guess which one? What should the Philippine government buy to get value for money? Pfizer, AstraZeneca, or Sinovac?
Wait, are you asking like which would cost more or less?
Cost less and more effective.
Oh, yeah, AstraZeneca.
Yes, right, no? And what should be the last one to buy?
Sinovac.
Sinovac. But what can you think? What do you think of this? The Philippine government actually chose to buy Sinovac first. What do you think of that?
I'm confused. Why would they buy that?
Right, it's really confusing, right? So you see, that's the difference between the real world and when we do scientific analysis, logical thinking, and compare it with politics. Because sometimes when politics come in the way and there is corruption, the tendency is they would go into the less effective and more expensive ones. So why do you think they should they want to get the more expensive vaccine? Can you think of a reason why?
Maybe like they support the people who made it.
Yes. And yes, well, because it's they're saying that the manufacturers of Sinovac are our friends. That's why we have to buy it from them, even though it's more expensive and less effective. Is that a good way of deciding for the Philippines?
I mean, it's benefiting them, but it's like it might not help the Philippines.
Right. And which should come first? If you are an elected official, if you work for the government, who should come first? You or the people?
The people.
The people, of course, right? So very good. I know I'm so happy that you're learning a lot. Now, here's another controversial information for you, Eric. So Sinovac, remember? That's what the Philippines chose. So what I did was to compare the price of Sinovac in different countries. And this is what I found out. So I compared Sinovac coming from the Philippines, Indonesia, and India. Do you know these countries?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, you've heard of them. Have you been there? In these countries? No, yeah, maybe one of these days we'll go there, right? So for the Philippines, it's 3,629 pesos, right? Can you guess how much the same product, Sinovac, is sold in Indonesia and India? Can you
Is
guess?
it cheaper? Mura?
Yeah, wow. We're so happy. I'm so happy you're using the word mura. Yes, you know what? It's so sad because that's what I found out. I searched, and what I found out is 3,629 Sinovac sold in the Philippines, but in Indonesia and in India, that's the price.
That's so much lower.
Yes, it's so much lower. It's actually 5 times lower. Oh my God. So what do you think of that, Eric?
Um, I mean, it's the same product, but maybe like they think they can make money off of the Philippines, so they
Yeah, and
should.
is that good?
No.
No, correct. So, Eric, when you grow up, and if you become elected a government official or you work for a company, I hope that you don't do the same thing that the Philippine government is doing, okay?
Okay.
Ang
Ang
pagyaman,
pagyaman na pag-aralan
napag-aaralan at
at
napagtutulungan.
napagtutulungan.
Thanks for watching! Kung may kapamilya, kaibigan o kakilala kang tingin mo ay magiging interesado dito sa video, please share to them or tag them in the comments section. Siyempre, kung nagustuhan mo ang video, pusuan mo na ito. Subscribe ka na rin. As always, feel free to write your questions, comments, and opinions respectfully.